curious to understand why you thrust more on education or other developmental issues. Often, as I've experienced working with other CSR companies, they want to do bit that, bit this, like bit on education, something more on health and etc. But why government schools and why education as being your major thrust?
Two real reasons, really. I think there is a system that exists and needs help. So there's no point reinventing the wheel and creating another system parallel to it. So that was one of our guiding principles, saying that let's join hands with the education department and strengthen their system to whatever extent is required. We chose education because as a group, I think there's a very strong belief that when we give back, if we educated a child from Anganwadi to getting him into a skill development or a job, we are actually then going to be able to lift him off a slum area or a very poor, setup and give him a chance at, education is everything. It's a leveler, as you would agree with me. And I think as a nation, without this kind of a sort of a focused effort to push education and make sure that children are actually learning and they're healthy, we believe that that's sort of our, guiding principle, saying that this will go a long way in building our nation. Nation building and improving the quality of life of a whole range of children who otherwise will be on the streets, probably peddling drugs or doing part-time work and struggling to meet ends. And the next generation will also be, where they were. So that's our motive. We have taken up projects in environment recently. This is a 5th year now. We're looking at creating model GRAAM panchayats in North Bangalore as a template for waste management and water resources. So that's been a very interesting journey as well. So, the more we get into it, there's obviously so much more to be done in the area of waste collection and waste management. But we feel that education is a two-way, we not only take care of the child, but we also take care of that family, So we believe that that's more meaningful.
Nice to hear that, because this reminds me what Swami Vivekananda said when he came back from Chicago, and many journalists at that point in time asked him, what do you think which is most needed for our country? And he goes to say, education and education is the only thing required for our country. And he says, I believe everything else would come as a reaction to the education, as the consequence of giving education. So you don't need to worry about other things if you give a better and good quality education. That's what he said then, which is true even today also.